Are you on this or the other one?
No, we're gonna do that because the phone was just, it's like unstable.
Can I give this back to
Yeah,
him?
yeah. Thank you, Dalton. It's
Yeah.
alright, thank you, though. Sadly, yes.
Okay, and we're back again on WNKX. We have been fighting technical difficulties here tonight because, as you know, if you get so many cell phones together, it can certainly hinder service. So it's been a learning process for all of us, and we appreciate you for bearing through it with us. We promise it will be worth it. And as the years go by, as we continue to grow as a station, thanks in part to all the support that we've been given from the county, I have no doubt that we're eventually going to make this the absolute best viewing experience possible. But until
That's
then,
right.
it's all about growing and learning.
That is right. And you mentioned a lot of cell phones. There's definitely a lot of cell phones and a lot of people here. We're looking at a big crowd here in downtown Centerville tonight. So it's been great so far. We're anxiously waiting for that first float to come down the street. But what are you most looking forward to tonight, Josh?
Carlin, that's a very loaded question. I remember last year, one of the floats that stood out to me was I remember an army of aliens that popped up and were shooting.
Now hold on. Wow.
Yes, an army of aliens shooting paintball guns. Now, they were
Please.
blanks, thank goodness. I did not
I
get
would hope.
pelted. But I don't know why that has been burned into my memory because there were so many flashing lights, some crazy techno beats going on too.
What?
And I'm hoping we see some more of that tonight. I want to see more creativity
That's right.
from these people.
I want to be scared. I want to be spooked. What do you scare easily, Josh? What,
Oh
what do you
yeah.
think?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I
All right.
I am a chicken, if you will.
Okay.
I am Chicken Little. There is no way you'd catch me near a haunted house. Some friends have tried to get me to go. I'm always the first to say no. And I'm man enough
That's
to
right.
admit that Halloween, not for a guy like me. I like to stick to my wholesome comfort movies. I don't enjoy the horror genre very much.
Yeah.
But
Well, I will say the floats tonight will probably be mostly wholesome, but you never know. We might get spooked. We might get a little scared tonight. Tis the season, so we're just waiting to see what we're in for tonight.
now, Carlin, I know with all these difficulties, it might have been lost in the pile here, but can you please give us again
All
your
right.
criteria for what makes a good floater, how we can
All right,
determine
listen
a
here.
winner?
Listen here. All right. So earlier you mentioned sports. I don't know sports, but I do know what makes a good Halloween parade float. All right. First area of criteria is attention to detail. As I said earlier, a lot of these floats will have a theme, and as they should. So, what you need to ask yourself though when you're creating this float is, are you committing to the theme? Are you paying attention to those details that you're including? Is it accurate? Does it look homemade? Does it look cool that it's homemade, or does it look sloppy? These are things to consider. All right. The second parameter, I don't remember. One of them was originality. All right. Are these floats original? Have I seen them before? Is this theme, are there going to be multiple floats with this theme, or is this going to be something that I'm going to say, wow, that is original? And the third one was memorability. Next year, are you going to remember some of the floats from this year, 2025? Are you going to remember them the next year, in the next 10 years? I want to see a float tonight where I'm thinking, wow, I cannot believe they put in the time and effort to bring that out to the Centerville Halloween Parade tonight and give everyone some serious entertainment and a show. So those are the three parameters that I'm looking for in my personal judging experience. However, I have absolutely no authority in the actual judging of this event, but I do believe that there will be a winner ranked by somebody. So we're looking forward to that.
You know, Carlin, I'm going to add in my own fourth category, and
All
that
right.
is fear factor.
Whoa.
Which one
That's
makes
big.
me shriek like a little girl? That one may also be a front runner if it can get me to do that.
Guys, if you get to hear Josh shriek live on the air, you're a lucky duck. You are in for a treat. And that would be the true deciding factor on a good float, I think. So we're looking forward to that.
And we are looking at a 6:20 p.m. on the clock right now, so maybe it it will end up being a 6:30 start time.
It
after
could
all.
be. It could be. We've heard a couple different times. We just showed up early and said the floats will start when they float, and that has proved to be true so far. But I will say the people are still coming in. I don't think I've ever seen this many people on the square in my life. This is pretty crazy. And so, about 20 minutes ago when we started this broadcast, there were not the amount that are here around us now. So, I'm seeing a little Spider-Man go through the street right now, and that's pretty adorable.
Now, I can't tell if the Spider-Man is staring at me intently. Okay, he was. I didn't know if his mask was on backwards or if he was
I think
just
he's
looking
staring
down.
at everyone intently because he probably can't see very well. It is getting a bit darker out here, which I will say proves for a better parade viewing experience, in my opinion. I think if we would have started at 6, those parades, the floats wouldn't have been shining quite as bright as they will be now. So I'm looking forward to it.
And really, it being dark, it attributes to that fear factor.
That
Look,
is true.
You're not going to be scared of a float in the broad daylight when
You're
you can
so
see all the
right.
strings, all the things that make it run.
You are absolutely right, Josh. I want to be absolutely impressed, stunned even. I will say I am very blessed and excited to have my family and friends here with me tonight. They're kind of standing here with us, so also waiting for the parade to begin. And this is truly a family event. Even though we've talked about being scared, there's going to be something for everyone. And there's families with little kids here, and a bunch of people dressed up in costumes, and I've seen some families wearing coordinating costumes, which is always fun to see. And so this is truly an event that has gotten families out to enjoy something together.
And, speaking of that factor of having the different ages, and that age difference will be shown through the floats as well.
That's right.
You can expect to see something more wholesome maybe when the ballet troupe comes
That's
through
right.
with those little ones dancing up
You're
there.
exactly
I'm sure they
right.
will have an adorable float. But if you have maybe a business who's a bit more older, more mature, we might see them teeter on the scarier side of things.
That's
so
right.
whatever you like, if it's scary, you can avert your eyes. If it's cute, then you can watch, depending on what your taste is.
We're also seeing a cart of sorts that is selling light up swords, as well as some balloon type things for some of the parade watchers, and kind of feels like I'm at like a circus or a carnival or something. Doesn't it, Josh? It kind of feels like that.
Yeah, the real circus, I think, was our internet stability.
That's
but,
right. You're right.
Looking beyond that, I absolutely think that we are seeing a circus of sorts. I've seen many clown costumes as well, including the one I saw when I looked in the mirror this morning.
Wow. Now, I recently watched both. That was good, Josh. Thank you. I recently watched It and It Chapter 2. Have you ever seen these movies,
Now, these
Josh?
are the new ones, right?
That's right.
Yes, I think they're phenomenal. The first one better than the
They're
second.
good. And quite scary, I will say. So if I see Pennywise tonight, I might just jump out of my seat because it's kind of fresh on the mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've never been too fond of clowns. I think it goes back to that 2016 clown scare, if you remember. It seemed like every
Never forget.
dangerous criminal was on the side of the road wearing a clown outfit, and it left a lot of people, including myself, scarred
That's right.
of such creatures.
Sometimes I forget that happened, and that was real. But it was.
It was a wild year.
It was real, and that was a real thing that happened. Yeah. Thankfully
So-
not here in Hickman County. but-
So, Carlin, you mentioned you've seen It. Now, would you say that's your favorite horror movie, or is there something else that tops
I
it?
can't say that I'm too avid of a horror movie watcher, but that is certainly one of my favorite. Josh, are you hearing some sirens?
Now, unless somebody's getting arrested, I think that means the parade's about
I
to
think
begin.
that means we're about to start singing some floats. I'm pumped. I'm so excited.
Now,
I
the
know
best
that-
part about being on Church Street, which is where we are right now, looking down towards the road here, we're going to be one of the first people
That's right.
to see these floats.
So really, we're in the best seat in the house, and we're really excited about it. Now, who's going to be first? I guess we'll have someone leading the way, as it always goes.
Carlin, I think one of my all-time Halloween parade memories was back in 2019, I believe it was. I had probably one of the most proud moments of my Halloween career. I dressed
Yeah?
up as the Joker from the 2019 movie starring Joaquin
Josh,
Phoenix.
how could I have forgotten such an event in my life and your life?
And I was actually asked by Jane Herron to help be a part of the leaders of that parade alongside Cameron Peters and Harrison Kelly.
Wow.
So it was a wonderful time, and I've not forgotten that since.
Josh, you talk about being an actor. That was the role you were born to play. I would love to see you do that one more time.
I was born to be a psychotic clown.
You know, we didn't dress up tonight, Josh, but we considered it. We tossed around
did.
some ideas.
Now, I think we need to keep our original idea under wraps because we're definitely bringing it back next
That's
year.
right. It's gotten loud here on the square, and we're about to see our first float.
I mean, I'm wearing headphones right now, and it is still piercing through my ears. But it's very important. You got to make sure there are no kids in the road. Let them know you're coming so you don't run over anybody.
I will say I can't hear much at the moment, but we're seeing some flashing lights, some sirens, and some scary music.
Of course, the music, maybe you weren't able to hear it, but it was John Carpenter's Halloween theme song, one of the most iconic
That's right.
themes in Halloween history.
You know,
And
if
we are
there's
having
anything
candy.
that gets me in the mood, it's that music right there. That gets me in the Halloween spirit.
We got a sheriff car here helping to lead the charge. Wow, I heard a threat of arrest, I believe, jokingly, by one of the officers in that car.
Whoa, it's getting real. Now that'll make you jump out of your seat.
And Carlin, there is some candy at our feet right here. I'm
No.
picking up a Dum Dum Pop, which is what a lot of people used to call me growing up.
But listen, the flavor is butterscotch. How are we ranking that on our list?
Butterscotch, not the biggest fan, but I'm sure we're going to see a lot more candy variants on our way here soon.
Josh, believe it or not, this is my favorite float. Move Maker's Dance Studio is coming in hot.
You know, talk about a wholesome float, Carlin. I
That's
think Move Makers
right.
is going to be giving us one. Look at this, a guitar playing,
I
no,
will
a skeleton
say,
playing guitar.
this one's special to my heart. My aunt started Move Maker's Dance Studio, and we've got some dancers. Here they come.
Oh, look at them busting a move right here, waving at Mr. Jeff Stacks, walking through the parade.
I see Miss Mabry James. Along with some other dancers that I've worked with in the past, they are absolutely adorable. Love watching them every year.
Oh, and here comes the Grand Marshal
Wow,
of the
Grand
Hickman
Marshal.
County Halloween Parade.
Is that the one and only Jake Tidwell? I believe that's who that is.
Wearing his best Beetlejuice outfit. He is rocking that like nobody
Now,
else.
he's one of a few Beetlejuices I've seen tonight, but I think he's the best. He looks great. Absolutely.
Now we've got the Miss Hickman County Queens
Wow.
coming through now on the black truck
Royalty coming down Church Street.
with Stitch and a jack-o'-lantern on top of their float.
And
from
their
Lilo
crowns
and
are
Stitch.
shining.
Well, I saw a lot of people jump down this road, Carlin, after that horn honk.
I know, that was frightening. We've got the Centerville Fire Department coming down in their little train that they bring to all the events. The Grinder Switch Express, they call it. That is something, that is a sight that I've seen my whole childhood. Very nostalgic. Absolutely love it.
And Carlin, I've just been informed that as of 2 or 3 minutes ago, we are back on the radio. So all of our radio listeners on 96.7 FM,
Hello.
welcome in.
Thank you for joining us. We're here on the Centerville Square. This is the Centerville Fire Department right in front of us, and they've got disco balls.
I know,
shining.
it's funky, it's groovy.
I love
you're
it. They're
right.
doing a little
That's a
disco
great pass.
theme. Josh, are you injured?
I'm not. I don't know who that little girl was.
We
but she
almost
has an
got
absolute-
pelted.
She has a cannon.
She
I don't
does.
know who that was. That
she
was a
really,
missile.
she really came for blood on that one.
I love some disco. It puts
Oh
me in a
yeah,
good mood.
I
Very
love
happy.
a disco theme for Halloween. How fun!
Makes me want to listen to the Bee Gees.
All right, here's the rescue squad, Station 1,
Ooh.
in a Jeep. They've got some bright lights on the back of your Jeep.
And some ghosts and ghouls on the back as well.
Oh, it looks like some pumpkins in the passenger seat of that guy. Oh, this is Skeeter's Pub and Grub, one of my favorite places to eat around here.
And
Whoa, they're
bombs
coming
away.
for
Here
us.
comes some more candy at our feet.
Oh, they're coming for us. I love that. I got a sneak peek of theirs earlier. Looks great.
Now, I'm surprised Skeeter's had time to have a float in this
I know.
parade, given the business they've had tonight. So I guess they've had people going in multiple directions
That's
here to make
right.
sure they were prepared.
Now, who's this? Looks like they've got a serious spiderweb problem. That's something I've seen a lot tonight. They really got to get that checked out. This looks like Jenkins Land Management, and they've got some lights and a whole what is that on the back of their trailer?
It is some heavy machinery.
Looks
Carlin.
like some heavy machinery. Skid steer, according to Darren Cochran, my father. Now they've got bright orange lights and pumpkins and spider webs.
And Carlin, Jenkins Land Management, they've actually been in the majority of parades that I've seen. I mean, in the Christmas parade this last year, Jenkins Land Management in there as well. They always do such a wonderful job. It's great seeing the float they have for us.
That's right. And you know, you go to these parades and you start to see a lot of the same businesses who really commit and give it 100%. It's really something that I'm sure brings their business family together, and it's just something fun for them to do that also provides them some good PR.
I think they're probably trying to see if they can one-up the float they did the last year, so they can get better and better every year.
I would hope that would be the goal, you know. Now this is pretty original. We've got a skeleton inside the skid steer, and he's scary, I will say. Are you scared, Josh? Are you good?
Maybe a little. I'm more so just curious. How can he operate that with no nervous system?
know.
I really don't know.
You know, he's defying the odds. Oh my goodness.
We'd also like to give a very special thank you to our guest spotter tonight, Darren Cochran.
That's right.
Who was actually
We've got
been in that
the
seat where
boo
you've
bus. All right,
The
we've
boo
got
bus.
Miss Jennifer Hudgens on top
Wow.
of the boo bus,
Bombs
formerly
away.
known as the book bus. And this is through Hickman County Schools, the central office people. And I know a few of these people coming up here. They
One of
look
our
great.
beloved
Ooh,
Hickman County school staff, a lot of wonderful people in our school system that are
I
training
was
the
nearly
biggies.
pelted. I was nearly pelted by my sister-in-law just now, but we survived. I myself got to ride in the boo bus one year for the parade, and it was so fun. The book bus is actually an effort through the school where it's kind of a traveling library of sorts. So I'm sure you know, people in Hickman County will start to see the book bus more and more. I think it's a great thing.
Well, the aesthetics of the bus as well. I mean, that's a gorgeous. I mean, the
Absolutely.
decor on the
It's
outside,
beautiful.
it's awesome. Oh, we have a pirate ship on the way through Argamady.
Wow, that's impressive, Josh. We've got some folks dressed up, as well as,
They are
it looks like a
sailing the seven seas on the
skeleton?
Duck River.
That's right. That's right. Do you think they'll save the duck, though? Someone has to. Someone has to save the duck.
I mean, I would love to see if this pirate ship can float on the second most diverse river in the world.
That's right. That's right, Josh. You really know your facts. Oh, they've got tentacles coming up. Very
Is
realistic.
that a kraken? Maybe an
It
octopus
looks to be
of some
one.
sorts?
That is very impressive.
You know, it's rare. We see pirates throwing their treasure. Usually they want to hoard it all to themselves. These are some
Wow.
selfless pirates.
That is so kind of them. That was American Legion Auxiliary, Unit 36.
We can't leave out any of these important details.
That's right.
This is float number 54.
That's right. Well, it looks like a razor or something like that, and they've got it decked out in all sorts of Halloween lights. Skeleton on the back. I'm scared.
And that's a custom furniture.
That is from Painted Grace,
Yes.
another business on the Centerville Square. So happy to see them tonight. Oh, we've got a convertible.
Look at this. This is a muscle car. This is a gorgeous vehicle
Wow,
in
I
front of
wish
us.
I was sitting on top of that car. And you know how there's usually like a girl sitting on the back of a convertible? Well, they have a skeleton that's wearing a wig. So
Somebody
pretty
didn't wear
funny.
sunscreen.
pretty fun. That's right. Pretty funny if you ask me. All right, who have we got? This looks like H&R Block.
It is. Good eye. We've got a trailer on the back of this.
Wow, Nightmare Before
F-150 here.
Christmas.
Is that Jack Skellington?
I believe it is.
My hero?
Josh, I
Wow.
will tell you, I recently saw that movie for the first time.
The Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yes, I've lived my whole life without seeing it, and let's just say my life was changed a little bit. And I actually got to see it with the Jackson Symphony playing the music live.
Wow,
So it's
that's
pretty
awesome.
awesome. Yeah.
And we are now 61 days away from Christmas as well.
Oh, not that we're counting.
Here's all Tennessee truck and equipment.
Repair. Now, I was able to speak with these people earlier. Drew Allen is the owner, and they actually moved here from Florida, Tampa, Florida, and they said that they would come vacation in Hickman County from Florida. Think about that for a second. Don't we usually do the opposite?
I think a lot of us Hickman County residents have been so spoiled by this county's
That's
beauty,
right.
its nature. But of course, it's a quiet town. It's small. It's simple. There's a lot of nice historic things to see. So I don't blame them at all.
That's right. And so they said they loved it so much they just decided to move here. So I think that's awesome.
That's somebody wearing a pig mask, it seems, and there's Art the Clown from the Terrifier movie series.
Looks like
as well.
some folks from Papa Cajo's on this float as well, so I think there's some cooperation happening.
There's Spider-Man over there wearing the tennis shoes. Wow, I didn't know he wore tennis shoes.
Oh, that's a new one.
Oh my goodness,
What?
is that a drone or is there just a small person in there?
There's a
piloting
little
that?
tiny robotic bus right in front of us. It's talking.
It speaks.
It speaks.
Welcome to 2025.
I believe there's someone controlling it from the golf cart behind it. Incredible. Talk about creativity, Josh. I love it.
And now we have another bus, but this one, not the Boo bus. This is a bright bus.
Wow,
There are a
look at
lot of
that.
lights here. A green strip is there as well in there with a lot of purple.
This is impressive, Josh. There's a lot of lights on this bus. It is strikingly bright here at this evening on the Centerville Square.
There are more lights on that bus than on the Griswold house in Christmas Vacation.
You know, I believe you're right. It's probably a tie.
Then we have a
Very
skeleton
impressive.
band of sorts,
Yeah.
playing some horns, playing
A
some
life-size coffin.
brass rather.
Very impressive. They're playing instruments. How fun. I wonder what they're playing. Probably the Monster Mash.
Of course. A truck labeled 49, so there a surplus of floats going to be here tonight.
Absolutely. There's lots.
Candy being thrown, and I love
Wow.
watching children make mad dashes for
I know,
candy.
right?
That
And nearly
primal
get run
instinct really
over.
comes out when you see sweets on the ground.
This is a vintage hearse.
Ooh, it's Missy's floral designs
This
and
is
gifts.
incredible. It's you can see the back of it. There's a person in a coffin in a vintage style hearse.
Oh, and there's somebody alive in there.
Wow.
I saw it. Okay,
That is impressive.
That got me a little bit. And here comes
Oh.
a scarecrow.
Josh jumped. They got him.
Now, Carlin, do you know why the scarecrow won an award?
Why,
Because
Josh?
he was outstanding in his field.
Wow.
And there's a scarecrow,
That-
a lot of hay.
Almost made me laugh for real.
Okay, dang. You could have just pretended to.
No,
find
it was a good one. I'll give you that. Oh, we've got a clown in a cage, Josh. Are you gonna be okay?
That is the only place a clown belongs, is in a cage.
Well, yeah, that should make you feel more secure.
As long as they can't hurt me, I'm all right. There's
I
a
believe
big-
this is the Tourney Center crew here, and they're an every year participant of this parade. Looking good.
I have bricks for hands. That was a great throw by
What is
the
this?
Attorney Center. That's a big
That is
head.
a terrifying skeleton head with like googly eyes.
Cabeza Grande, Spanish for big head, and that
Wow.
skeleton has one.
And there's another one right here in front of us, Josh.
Wow, that skeleton is absolutely massive.
Ginormous, huge skeleton. It's
Where do
like
you
an
find
upper
a skeleton
body
of
and a
that
head.
size?
You know, I wish I knew.
Somebody found the remains of Goliath from the Bible, I believe.
Wow, this is impressive, Josh. I will say. Everyone's decked out in their Halloween makeup on this float.
Wow, the messy hair, the white dress and skirt, the ballet attire.
I believe that float is called 667 Ghost Riders, is what they told me earlier.
So 6'7", you said.
That's right. That's right, Josh.
Wow, and this one, okay.
Wow, I'm being
I thought
blinded.
it was daylight once more. We have been illuminated by this
Wow.
next float.
That is incredible. They have two large inflatable lantern-style lights on the back of their float, and it is illuminating the entire street. Uh-oh, chainsaw. I'm scared.
I don't know, he seems like a nice guy.
Hell yeah, I'll give him
I
that.
trust him to do my taxes.
Wow, that is
And
awesome.
we have Constructing Our Futures. That's Bell Construction right there that's
Constructing.
passed. And Bell, again, another vehicle.
Yes.
So Bell going all out for
Absolutely.
this Halloween parade. Uh-oh. Michael Myers from the
Oh,
Halloween
dear.
franchise on his way. Oh, he waved at a kid, so maybe
No.
he's not as scary as the movie's making out to
But
be.
he is holding a weapon, Josh. I need you to realize that.
Well, unless he finds a random stick of butter that he needs cutting or something, I don't know.
I hope. Now, who's this gonna be? Wow, we've got some inflatable ghosts.
Some inflatables. We
looks
got
like.
a ghost dog being walked by